I'd like to welcome to the stage a very dear friend, a member of our board of directors, Mr. Sridhar Iyengar.
What Lata didn't tell you was that I'm also doubling up as the second comedian because I forgot to bring my glasses. So I'm going to be wearing my wife's. So once you've laughed, please be quiet so you can listen to what I have to say. You know, it's my privilege. I think the other thing also they did was, and this is like a double thing for me, I have to wear this. And I've also got to introduce somebody whom I really admire, and at the same time, they made me, who's an ex-director of Infosys, introduce a person who leads one of their competitors and has done it so successfully. Having advised, invested, contributed to some of the Valley's, exciting entrepreneurs and startups throughout my career, it's actually a special privilege to introduce one of the technology startup, the sector's fastest growing companies. CEO of the global consulting, IT and business process services giant, Cognizant, Francisco D'Souza has grown the business, from $1.4 billion to $8.8 billion. And, he did it in a time scale which is absolutely amazing. Cognizant actually helps about a third of the Fortune 500 companies build stronger businesses and employs more than 170,000 people around the globe. Under his leadership, Cognizant has been named to the NASDAQ 100, the S&P 500, the Forbes Global 2000, and the Fortune 500. Frank is also deeply committed to the community, serving on many boards and councils, including Carnegie Mellon University, the New York Hall of Science, and the US-India Business Council. It gives me great pleasure to have Francisco in our midst and to present the award. I would like to invite my fellow director and colleague, Sanjay Subedar, to the stand. Francisco, you going to say something?
No, I'm going to wait for Frank.
He's got no speaking part.
Frank, congratulations.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you. Yes. Honor.
I'm going to take this back for you so you don't have to carry it up there. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Good. Podium is yours.
Wow. Well, good evening to all of you. It's truly an honor for me to be here and to receive this award, which I do on behalf, really, of the more than 170,000 employees of Cognizant, to whom this award really, really belongs. It's a little overwhelming to see all of you here in the room tonight. And as I participated in the event and outside at the cocktail before the dinner began, and I reflected on this terrific organization and all that it's achieved, it strikes me that, the Gala, the people around the room, the work of the America-India Foundation are really a testament to what's possible when we bring and we build strong bridges between two great nations, India and the United States. Like many, I think, people in this room, I consider myself fortunate that I've been a product, in some sense, of these two great nations, India and the United States. India, of course, has a very special place in my heart. I spent many years in my early life in India. and later came to the United States to go to university. I think it's been about 5 minutes in my comments, so I can tell you that I went to the Harvard Business School, but some of you may not know that the Harvard Business School is actually in Pittsburgh, and it's called Carnegie Mellon University. And of course, I've spent a large part of my adult life here in the US. Similarly, you know, our company, Cognizant, is also a product of those bridges that can be built between two great countries. India is a very large part of Cognizant. In some senses, it's our second headquarters. It's home to our largest employee base all across the country. And, you know, we recently celebrated at Cognizant our 20th anniversary. It seems like just yesterday that we started the company. And over those 20 years, we've seen some degree of success. And while we're very proud of our success, we know that we also have a responsibility to give back and to nurture the societies around us, around the world where we operate. And for the Cognizant community, the people that make up the company, giving back is just really a very, very earnest reflection of the values for which we stand as a company. We have a number of different initiatives that I'd like to talk to you a little bit about when we think about our sustainability efforts. The first is the Cognizant Foundation, which focuses on issues of education, healthcare, and livelihoods, and has done some tremendous work over the years in the communities in which we operate. But we believe that you shouldn't just stop at providing money or giving funds. We want each and every one of our associates, each and every one of our employees around the world to be engaged. And in fact, we have a tremendously engaged associate community through programs like our Cognizant Outreach program. Outreach for us is a volunteer organization. It's led and sustained purely by the voluntary efforts of Cognizant employees and is dedicated to helping the cause of education for underprivileged kids. Since 2007, when we started the program, more than 45,000 employees of Cognizant, 45,000 employees have volunteered their time. They've given close to 600,000 hours of volunteer time in India. We've partnered with 110 schools in India, and we've reached over 400,000 students, honing their talents and helping them make better and more informed career choices. And of course, in our journey of sustainability, of responsibility, we're fortunate to have partners like the America-India Foundation, an organization that is many, many things, but I think perhaps foremost, another shining example of the strength of what can happen when we build the America-India bridges. You know, as I think Lata said a minute ago, both India and the US have a very, very rich tradition of philanthropy. In the US, it's more visible and perhaps more structured, and in India, perhaps a little less formal, but still widely prevalent. And I think it's remarkable, and I congratulate all of the members of the AIF community for the remarkable role that AIF has played in bridging these two models. Just a terrific accomplishment and terrific set of impact that AIF has had on the ground in India. Our partnership at Cognizant with AIF centers around the area of education. None of us would have been here today if we hadn't had the benefit of a great education. But as we all know, not everyone in the world today is so fortunate. And while governments around the world are working hard to make education accessible to all children, as we all know, all too often, there's still a long way to go. Technology, which is something we all collectively know something about, can play a significant role in bridging this gap and level the playing field for kids who might otherwise not have access to education. And that's what AIF has been doing through the Digital Equalizer program. we at Cognizant have been fortunate to partner with AIF and be part of that program in India. We supported AIF in implementing the Digital Equalizer program in more than 20 large-scale centers in under-resourced schools, first in Tamil Nadu, then in Andhra Pradesh. And we've touched, through those efforts, I think about 300 teachers and close to 12,000 students. And I'm delighted tonight to say that we will be expanding the Cognizant Foundation collaboration with the AIF in the Digital Equalizer programs to cover another 30 schools in Karnataka going forward. And of course, thank you. And of course, we hope to and will continue to support the great work of that AIF is doing in the schools as we go forward. So I'd just like to close by leaving you with one thought. Nelson Mandela said, look, education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world, and we at Cognizant couldn't agree with that more. We thank the America-India Foundation for all the terrific work we're doing. It's a deep honor for me to receive this award on behalf of all of us at Cognizant. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.